Hello and welcome, dear viewers, fellow casuals. You are watching Primetime Casual, and this is Destination Soul. This episode will be a bit different. I spent most of my time this week just traveling and have finally arrived at what we originally set as halfway point, even if it technically sits at the 55% mark. So for once on this trip, I will stop waxing philosophical and go into hard and cold numbers from my expedition so far. My current distance to Seoul is a mere 44.5 kilolight years, which I should be able to do in around 870 jumps, give or take. This still leaves the Hawkins Nebula, the transition into the Centaurus Reach, the Eta Carinae Nebula, and finally the travel along the Orion Spur back home to do. Speaking of travel, I more than doubled the mileage on my Asp Explorer, the 39. From the beginning of Distant Worlds, I performed 3,095 jumps, which propelled me just over 185,000 light years, and used up 13,485 tons of fuel. To put it into perspective, my total time spent in the cockpit is already up to 215 hours, a good 20% of my overall time since getting the pilot's license. I find it quite interesting that, as an SRV enthusiast, I only landed on 75 planets, but to be fair, I did 2 circumnavigations, which means that I sat at the wheel of an SRV for over 30 hours. I am not sure how this is counted by my tools, so I will assume it is included in the 215 hours. On the subject of planets and other celestial bodies, I have to admit, since I was using neutron boosts quite gratuitously, I was not able to scan or map very many planets. A meager 20 ammonia and 20 Earth-like worlds, to go with 151 water worlds and assorted others. Still, it should net me a nice amount of change when I arrive back in the bubble. Of the stars I found, I am most proud of the 5 Herbig AEBE stars, the 2 CN carbon stars, and of course the fact that over the course of this expedition I managed to scan one of each subtype of Wolf-Rayet, W, WC, WNC and WO to be exact. If you are tired of numbers by now, I can understand, so stay tuned in for a special participation opportunity after the slideshow. Those who follow me on Twitter, and you really should, may already have seen my call for participation earlier this week. For my next video, for the first time, you can send in any Primetime Casual, Elite, Speed Bowling, Circumnavigating, Distant Worlds or Destination Soul related questions you always wanted to ask me, and I will do my best to answer them. Either go to Twitter and post your question there, or simply put it in the comment section below with the tag AskPDC. It has been a wild ride so far, and it is my pleasure and an honor doing these video logs for all of you commanders out there. 07 my friends, see you next time and fly safe.